The first day of our World Championships have just come to a close, and I've got to say, the outcome from this very first day is completely unexpected, even for me. I did not expect to see Navi get out this early into the championship. Definitely was rooting for him to get a little bit later on into this tournament, but it is what it is. It just happens sometimes, even to the best of us, and we can't help it. Yeah, I'd like to still take you guys through some of the strongest attacks that the pros have kind of unleashed during this tournament that can really work for you, especially after having this mashup event. Just endless, mindless spam for a full month. It can make you lose track of actually how to attack some bases. So these are just some simple armies and they're very, very effective, and you can definitely choose whichever one you'd like to go with for this upcoming CWL as well. Two birds in one stone, I'd say. So why not get into the video? I'll explain the attacks. Do let me know in the comments if you'd like to see any attack explained in greater detail. Let's get right into it. Alright, here's the first army that I'm gonna take you guys through. It's gonna be Fireball into Rocket Loons. It's a single hero charge we're dealing with. If you want, you can convert this to also Fireball into normal Lalo. It gives you the liberty to use Super Barbarians with the rest of your actual army to funnel and help make that a little better. But for the most of it, it's really simple. We just have a Warden charge going very early into the attack. You can switch out the Angry Jelly for the Unicorn as well. It's totally up to you. But I prefer the Angry Jelly. We have enough spells to really charge him. We've got one Earthquake for him. We've got one Earthquake for our Rocket Spear on the Royal Champion, and it should be really good. So let's just take you guys through an example and I'll show you guys how you can execute it and what to really look out for. Alright, let's just go through the basics one at a time. We've got Shock out here helping me out with some friendly challenges. I will be doing CW with him, Mako, Bad Larry, and I guess I'm there as well now. So really just thanks to them and shout out to all of them, honestly. So they're all great content creators. Do have a look at their content if you haven't already. It's just really, really good stuff. So I think for this one, we have the Angry Jelly on the Warden. So we can easily charge him into this little pocket over here. We have the spells to give him, and he should be able to more or less just do it all by himself. These Rocket Loons are very, very handy to kind of take out some defenses to more or less set the funnel of where you want your Warden to kind of move towards. So there's not many distractions now. You can see it's very simple. He's just going to charge this little lane, and we can get a Fireball for this core to more or less take it out and create a nice kind of donut shaped thing around which our heroes can pass through. I've got the Flame Finger moving on the left side of the base. I'm not too concerned about the Invis Tower for only one reason. It's not something that's like super consequential for me. I just want to more or less damage these multi-archer towers. I don't think they will trigger the Invis Tower. So honestly, we should be good over there. In the meantime, let me also do one thing. I can probably consider just starting my king and queen at the same time. It's a bit of multitasking. You don't have to always do this, but if you remain zoomed out just like I am in this particular attack, you can see it is very, very easy to handle. It's not too much of a challenge, honestly, and we should be able to easily get this one on the road. I'll give my Warden a rage. He's taking a lot of damage. Can't afford to have that happen to him. And yeah, let's just open the walls up into the core. We've damaged it up nicely. We should be able to get a Fireball very soon as well. I think this is a good time. There we go. Not bad at all. I'll definitely take that. So now our Warden is pretty much set to just handle the core on the base over here. I can also use my Royal Champion to help take out the area on the top side of this base, and I think it looks like our Warden will join with our Queen. Not planned at all, I can assure you. I was hoping my Warden would help charge the Town Hall area a little bit, but I think you guys can already see this is completely crushed. There is no chance that this is going to fail at this point. We can easily snipe out whatever is left behind by our Royal Champion, and just overall like this multiple hero thing going on my screen. It's not too complicated. You can easily snipe off areas of defenses, like your Fireball does that for you, your Royal Champion's Rocket Spear does it for you. Your King and Queen can easily handle an entire area by themselves, and honestly the Earthquake boots on the King just really, really, really good for opening walls and allowing your Queen to get much more value. And I still have so many spells left over, guys. If that's not enough, she has her own healers and she has her clones. there's just too much of power on this one. So definitely do give this one a try. Remember, there's the normal Lalo variant of this where you don't need to use rocket balloons and you can sit with Lalo, or you can also stick with rocket balloons, but instead make it a double hero charge. So just reduce the number of rocket balloons, increase the number of healers by 4 or 5 for your queen, and you should be all set. It's more or less the same thing in principle, where you can just have a kind of like a queen charge going on while you have your warden also charging. Very simple, easy to execute, and I'm doing all of this on a phone as well. So if I can do it, I'm sure you guys can as well. Let's move on to the next one. The next one is a very interesting one. This clan castle composition may not be the exact same, but it's something that Synchronic Gaming recently revealed, and it is quickly gaining popularity as well, I must say. You might find some variants of this in terms of the druid count, but usually you just have a small payload with a few titans and you can keep them continuously getting healed up. We've got a lot of funneling that can be done with the help of super barbarians, and mostly our golems, both types, will tank for our king and queen. It sounds a little complicated in practice, but once you see it being executed, maybe it'll start to make sense. You see, I'm using the angry jelly on my queen because we're gonna throw in a golem with her, and this is just honestly so genius. Your queen, because she only targets defenses, provides she can just get perfectly tanked by the golem, so it makes complete sense. We're gonna go through it together with, and yeah, it's just very simple equipment. No fireball on this one. It's a heal tome and the eternal tome. The queen has the mirror and the mirror as well as the healer puppet. Yeah, and I think the equipment on the royal champion and king remain the same as the last attack. So let's definitely get in some examples. Hopefully we can make this work. I haven't tried this one before at all. Yeah, let's give it a go. Alright, for the next one, I've picked out this very spaced out base. It could be a challenging one for this style of an army. We probably won't get much with our earthquake boots, but we're gonna try all the same. So maybe on this one, how would I want to approach this base? Alright, I've got a nice idea. Let me just have my queen go in over here with the golem all by herself. That should be fine. I'll even give her the witch, and we can probably push our king and titans into this area. Yeah, that should be good. I'll throw the siege barracks out over here really quickly. Make sure we have all of our funnels intact. We do not want to let anybody kind of leak out of the base. And you can see, like, this is already just going so well. It's except for the fact that my queen isn't exactly going to take the town hall out by herself, but that's fine. That's okay. I misplaced that phrase. Oh my god, I'm such a noob with my spells right now. Can't be helped, I guess. But we should be able to easily just keep raging up in this core. Yeah, that monolith is toast. Royal Champion should also be handled, no issues. And yeah, I think now's a good time to use my king's ability. And let's see, maybe I can spawn some more healers. Yeah, this entire core is practically demolished. I still have my warden ability to burn. Oh my god, I didn't even realize. Wow, okay, that's just so cool. Either way, things might start looking a little bleak, but I still have my own Royal Champion's Rocket Spear to utilize on the back end, so I'm not too concerned. Maybe I'll just make her invisible one last time. And why not just rage her up so that she can get a little bit of that extra healing, and then sure, I'll just rage up the Yetis, I guess. I don't really need them anywhere else on the base. Let's go ahead, use my Royal Champion's Rocket Spear. She can easily finish off what's left on this back end. And that's a wrap, guys. Things didn't go exactly as I expected. I'm just picking up these template armies based on what I have observed. You should definitely feel free to switch around the pets. Like for example, the Angry Jelly on the Queen may not have been the best choice on this one, but definitely in your case, for CWL, you'll be able to plan according to the base. So use whatever pets you may feel should be best for you. And in this case, I think the Frosty would have been better on the Queen. It's definitely a choice to consider. So yeah, very very nice army, very spammy. It's super easy to execute, and you have all the access you need in the base. Like look at that, we've broken open the entire core. Unstoppable. It's just a wall of troops that you cannot defend, and your royal champion also remains intact with her ability all the way to the end, and she can just wipe out everything, keeping her own safe distance. Very neat. Let's take you guys through the last example of the attack. I will admit it is a combination of two attacks. So I'll just explain those two attacks in the next one, and yeah, I'll show you guys what I mean. Last attack I wanted to show you guys, I did mention it's going to be a combination of two attacks. I wanted to combine the Fireball into Super Witch as well as Root Rider OG spam. So this is actually an army that I've created recently. I have made videos on it if you haven't checked them out already. I'm calling it the Hybrid Hero Charge. All we just get to do is we just have to use our Warden and his Fireball to kind of create a hole on the base, similar to the Fireball into Super Witch attack, and we can then follow it up with a Root Rider Smash. Sounds a little absurd, but I'll show you what I mean, and the key is this one recall spell that I'm showing you. Let's get into it. Alright, this is the base that we're going to have to go up against. It looks a little scary, I'm not going to lie, but usually on this attack, I meant, you have to use your Angry Jelly to push your Warden deep into the base and erase a good chunk out that can be inconvenient for both your Root Riders as well as a Queen Charge that is going to happen sometime in the future. What I mean by that is, on this base for example, I can see that if I get a Fireball on this multi-archer tower, I will be in a very good position. So I will just charge my Warden to make that happen, that's all. I can afford to use spells if required. I have more than enough to protect him. And the whole point is to make it easy for my Queen Charge to honestly succeed, right? So let me just try to make that happen. I think we should be in a relatively good spot to do so. Yeah, so as soon as this scatter shot goes down, maybe I can drop like one invis spell over here, and we should be able to get onto that multi-archer tower, right? Yeah, let's just give it a shot. There we go. And now this is important. Recall your Warden out, not the healers, and transfer them over to your Queen. And look at this, guys. Look at how easy my Queen Charge is going to be now. And before I waste any more time, you guessed it, the Root Rider spam comes in on the other side of the Fireball. So it's like a perfect combination of just some really strong attacks. We can throw in literally every resource. And remember to sprinkle in your druids. Don't use them excessively. And that's all we have to really do. Maybe I can just kind of rage up going into this. I'll freeze the monolith so I can protect some high HP troops that might be getting hit. And very shortly I can probably even use my king's ability if he just gets off that elixir storage, I guess. Let me just make my queen invisible so she can use the frozen arrow to her benefit later on. And honestly, I can overgrow this last area out. I don't even think I needed it on this one, but you guys can see, like, this is just so crushed. There's no way that this base is going to defend at this point, and it's just so convenient because your queen can easily deal with areas that is weak for your smash. And this is actually applicable for both Root Riders as well as just simple Root Rider spam, right? So you can focus your overgrowth to deal with like genuinely otherwise pesky areas of the base to come back to, and you can just kind of clean up around it. And you can see it, guys, like, this is just such a convenient army. It's definitely CWL worthy. I've been using it in Legends as well. It's going great. You rarely fail with it, if at all, and it's just so good. You get to charge your Warden super deep and recall him out of there before he gets into danger. What more could you want, right? And you just reuse him where the danger you just get to reuse him with your Root Rider smash. So I think it's a really good army for all reasons. And yeah, that's my little summary, I guess, of some armies that you can try out, inspired by the recent World Championships they won. Yeah, let me know in the comments if you'd like to see any more of a particular attack. I can try them out for you and make more detailed guides as well. Yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.